Hi everyone, my name's Michelle. I'm a Lovesy GB here on FlossTube, but also over on Instagram and Etsy as well. Welcome to the Sunday morning briefing. We've got the hair tied up today, I'm afraid. I've been busy sorting things. I thought I'd have a strong first day before we get into the half term, because sometimes I can get to the end of half term and I can look around in my house and I can think, oh my God, what have you done with your half term? So I thought I'd have a strong first day. So I tied it up as soon as I got out of the shower. And then I did sort of try and let it down and brush it out. I thought, oh, I might get a nice sort of curl. I'd have had to film in widescreen just to get my hair in if I'd have taken it down. I'm afraid that's not happening. Today actually for you is a big day. It's Ness's 9th birthday. So we've got a few little nice plans today. We're going to go and get some coffee and cake for breakfast, as you do. And then we're going to go climbing a bit later on and all sorts of nice little bits and bobs like that. So I've got a little bit of stitching to share with you today. Not a huge amount of actual stitching, because I have started 2 new projects, both of which are secret stitches that I can't quite share with you just yet. So I've got something I have stitched on and a few sort of little plans in my canny little fox case that I'm going to share with you. I've also got a tiny little bit of haul to share with you, and I've also got some stitchy kindness in the form of some books that a lady sent me that I would like to share with you too. So I want to start off by revealing the names of the winners of the giveaways that I have got, and I've got 2 giveaways running at the moment. The first one is this one, which I started last week, and I said would only have a week on it because I wanted to be able to get it in the post during half term when I actually stand a chance of getting it in the post. So this is Martha Evans by the Scarlet House, and this was part of a set of charts that was given to me at the attic by a lovely lady called Odette, who gave me a whole bunch of charts to either pass on or to stitch. And so this is one of the ones I'm going to pass on because I have got this one ready to stitch myself. So the winner of this one is Jennifer Lynn 1313. So I'll pop her comment there. As you can see from the first part of her comment, she's relatively new to samplers and to well, certainly to my FlossTube, and so congratulations, Jennifer. I shall send this out to you. If you can either email me or DM me on Instagram, and I'll need your postal address so that I can send this out to you. All the details will be in the drop down box in the menu. And then my second giveaway was the cotton and twine box that I had received from Historical Sampler Company, and this is part of their monthly subscription box. Now I think you might have just missed the subscription for this box, although it's worth going on to Cotton and Twine if you did particularly like it, or Historical Sampler Company should I say, if you did particularly like it, because there may be the odd spare box, you never know. So I'm just going to show you what was in the box again before I reveal who has won. So you had the chart for Happy Easter. You had some little micro gingham for finishing, a little bit of white rickrack, some tea, a chocky coin, a cute little rabbit, which was why the code word for this was rabbit, and then a little pack with all the threads and the linen in it. So as I said, you can go online and you can order these boxes for yourself. The Ada box is £20 and the linen box is £22. So if you particularly like this one, as I said, I think the sign up date for this one's passed, but you could go on and see if they've got any spares. So without further ado, this box I shall be resealing and I shall be sending straight to Cardiff stitcher Danielle. So I've met Danielle a couple of times at various different retreats. So Danielle, if you can contact me, I will pop this in the post to you. I need somewhere to find it now. So what have I been stitching on this week? As I said, a couple of new starts. Now my new starts take me back up to 119 whips. Now I had got it down to 117. But obviously 2 more starts puts me back up to 119. So when I was looking for something that I wanted to stitch on, it took me a while to find it. And so what I did was I had a look through to see if I could find anything else that was kind of smallish, that really could just be got on with, or certainly be in a more handy place by my chair to do so. So the chart that I was looking for, that I wanted to finish, is this one called The Magpie and the Moon by The Blue Flower. Now I started this one back in Stitch in London, and I can't remember, it was the October one, but I can't remember if it was last year just gone or the year before, because this chart came out in, does it say on there? No, but it's definitely at least a couple of years old. So this is where I've got to. So I'm stitching mine on 36 count. Now it's washing out a little bit on here. 36 count turquoise by Fox and Rabbit, which is a beautiful piece of fabric. I tell you what, I haven't got a cough this week, I've got a runny nose. Famous last words about the cough. So this is where I've got to. Now, as I said, there's nothing a good iron wouldn't cure. So I've done most of the bottom. There we go, that's a bit better. Most of the bottom, and I've got the sort of black head to put on. And I have started stitching this here in a colour, and that colour is called Unknown Brown. That's right, folks, I have no idea what this brown is. So I've started with Twix and Sticks. There we go, that new floss colour, Twix and Sticks. Sticks and Twix. No, Sticks and Twix. I still can't say it. That one. Look, there, that one. Nothing to do with Twix at all. For those of you in America, Twix is a chocolate bar. In the UK, biscuit, caramel on top. You get 2 in a bar. Anyway, what was I talking about? Yes, so I don't know what this brown is here. I know what that one is because I've just started that one, but I don't know what this one is. So either I'm going to have to pull that out, or I might try and do some sort of blend. I'm more than likely probably going to do some sort of blend, I have to say, because I don't really fancy pulling that out. But I loved the colour that I chose for the tail, and the colour that I chose for the tail is actually a Cottage Garden Threads, and it's called Ivy. And it's got all sorts of different colours of green, all the way down to almost like a peacock blue. It's a really, really beautiful colour. Love that. So I thought, A, I fancied stitching on that one, but also B, I don't think that would take too long to actually get finished if I get my backside into gear. So then what I did was I put together a few other projects in this little bag that I think I could finish up pretty quickly. Now don't get me wrong, it doesn't bother me having a high whip count, but I do want to get things finished. I start things to finish them. So the other one that I wanted to get finished quite quickly is another blue flower one called Summer Valentine. Now this one looks almost complete, but this little fella, yes it is the little, is it the fella? Or it might be the girl. Her legs are 1 row too long, and so it's put it too close to this particular frond. So I need to take out a row on her legs and pull the whole thing up. So that's going to take a good bit of frogging, but I'm going to be happier with it, I think. I think that's why I stopped stitching on it, because I wasn't happy that her legs were touching where they shouldn't be touching, and that there wasn't a gap like there was on the other one. So yeah, I think I'm going to take them out, and then that will be finished up really quickly, because all I've then got to do is put her legs back in and then come up round here with this frond, and then that one will be finished. The colour that I used for my otters actually is a lovely colour. It's a DMC Variegations one. Is it DMC Variegations? It's does it tell me? It's that one anyway. 4000. So it's browns with greys in it, almost to the point of blue, but it's a really lovely, lovely colour. So that one's in there. These are great little cases, these canny little fox ones, they really are. This one's also in here. Again, this wouldn't take a whole lot to finish. This is Merry Christmas by All Through the Night. And I'm stitching it on a piece of fabric, which I think is a Weeks Dye Works in the colour Linen, which you can see I have expertly cut using some variegated silk from a little box that I bought from Paint Box Threads in Ledbury. So again, not been ironed, but I haven't got that much to finish on it either. So that's in there. So the other one that's in here, and I will have to put a picture up of what it should be and the name of it because I can't remember. For some reason the chart isn't in here, it's still upstairs. So this little one here, which is one of the Brenda Gervais ones in the teacup. So I'm going to have to put the name of it up there. But that's nearly finished and I'm quite excited because I do want this bit of fabric back because I do really like this bit of fabric. I think it's a 38 count that I dyed myself. It certainly looks a little bit tighter than a 36 count anyway. So yes, I want that bit of fabric back. And I'm just using colours that I fancy for that one. And the other one I've got here in this lovely bag by Soph at Turtle Bay Stitches is this design by Little Robin, which is called Straighten Your Crown. It says keep your head high and your crown straight. And I'm stitching this one using Mermaid's Fin, which is a really nice bright blue. And I think this might also be Weeks Dye Works as well, because the eagle-eyed amongst you, it doesn't take CSI to work out that that one bit of fabric came out of there. Oh dear. I do surprise myself sometimes. So that's where I am, this one. So I've got a retreat coming up at the end of this half term with the Sampler Guild, and we are going to a hotel just outside Gloucester. So I think I'm planning to take my little pouch there and see if I can work on some of those. But as I said to you last week, I am also planning on starting Modern Folk Embroidery Fancy ABCs for Ness's birthday, so I might well take that as well. So the freebie today, I know I've shown you this before, but it popped back into my head the other day and I just really want to make it. It is by Pineberry Lane and it's called Petite Stitches, and it's a set of 3 little things for going in your stitching box. So a little pincushion strawberry, a little round, could be a needle book or could be another little pincushion, and then one there with the little shoe on it. So you get all 3 charts on that, and I think it's really fabulous. They're not very big at all. The strawberry bush is 27 by 33. The strawberry itself is 17 by 27. The shoe is 21 by 16. So really not much there, but I think it would make a beautiful little set. And I could actually even stitch it on the rest of this fabric that I've got here. I'm pretty sure that I could pop it on the bottom there. Who knows? Sometimes I look mildly professional at this and sometimes I look like a complete disaster area. Right, I'm going to show you the lovely books that I was sent now. So some of these you might want to add to your bookshelf. So they were sent to me by a lovely lady called Arlene. And she is a mixed media artist. She does a lot of fabric, absolutely beautiful, beautiful things. And it's the sort of thing, it takes you a minute to just look and go, is that actually fabric? They are so, so beautiful. So this, I'm going to show you this card here actually, because this is one of her pieces. And it says, from original artwork by mixed media artist Arlene Wild, created using digital art, stenciling, acrylic and free motion embroidery. So that is just fabulous. As I say, I'll put all her contact information down below and you can go and have a look, because when she contacted me, that was the first thing I did. I went and had a little snoop, and super talented lady. So she actually sent me 2 big boxes of books, some of which I've shared with another stitcher already, because I knew they were the ones that she would be interested in, because they're a little bit more embroidery based. Whereas I've kept quite a few for myself, but I've pulled out about 5 or 6 to show you here, just because I could be there for hours otherwise. So this is the first one. So this is called Treasures from the Embroiderers Guild Collection, published by David and Charles. And this one really, I don't know how best I'm gonna show it to you, is a brilliant book with just lots and lots of eye candy in it. Beautiful, beautiful embroidery. And although it's not the sort of thing that I can do myself, because this is just incredible, but I can really look at it and I can take some design ideas for things that I might want to stitch or might want to design. So that one is a beautiful eye candy book. Now I'm running out of places here. There we go. This one I got for the same reason. So this is called Needlework and Tapestry at Parham Park. Now I've never been to Parham Park, but I love looking at things like that and having a really, really good close-up look at the sorts of needlework that they've got in these places, like this one. You ready? They've both got boobies. Look closely. They've both got boobies. Interesting concept. So again, this sort of thing. So I've kept that one for a really good read through as well. This one particularly interested me as well. It's called Miller's Collecting Textiles Books. So it goes through all sorts of different textiles, French laces, headscarves, printed textiles. And again, it's just an absolute feast for the eyes of various different patterns and garments. I just thought it was fabulous. I like that one, that's cool there. I just thought it was fabulous. I know Miller's do a guide specifically for samplers as well, which is really good. I then kept this one as well, called The Embroiderer's Flowers, because this one has got lots and lots of information in about the inclusion of different flowers, got lots and lots of eye candy pieces as well, what different flowers mean. Just fabulous. Really, really a lovely book to look through. There we go. And then the last 2 I've got to show you actually have a couple of charts in them as well. So this one's called Traditional Samplers by Sarah Don. And the one I particularly liked in this one, don't tell Ness, but I've pinched some of her cat post-it notes. There we go. I liked that one. And that one is called The Quaker Seminary. And if I can just find the bit where it mentions the chart. Here we go, Quaker Seminary. This sampler is based on one in the collection of the Embroiderers Guild. It is thought to be a representation of a Quaker seminary and was worked by a boy, Richard Harrison. So I'd very much like to see I'd very much like to see that original sampler actually, because that house is amazing. And then the other one I think is lovely is this one, Beth Russell's Traditional Needlepoint. So this one is filled with various different charts for needlepoint. However, I do think that lots of them could be really beautifully turned into cross stitch because the chart's the same. So I liked this kind of Morris style hare and the fox. Now I've just realised that I've actually put my post-it note cats on the charts rather than actually on what you can see. So this is the woodpecker in the orange tree, and I think that would make a lovely cross stitch as well, and the chart is in there. I'd also put a sticker in, oh, these owls. In fact, they're both on the same page. I really like the owls and I like the bunnies. Now bearing in mind, when you're stitching these as needle points, you're stitching them on a canvas, which is quite big. So 12 stitches to the inch, so 12 count. So if you have them reduced and you stitch them on a higher count fabric, they are going to look just beautiful, I think, really beautiful. I like the owls. And the other one I really like is this one. It's called The Frog and the Stork. Let me see if I can find a picture. There we go. There's the frog and the stork. He's just such a goofy bird. And I like the bulrushes in the background. So I can imagine that on some hand-dyed fabric, much, much smaller. I think it would look brilliant. So those are the books that I have chosen to share with you. And there are some little gems in all of those. I can't wait to have a better look through those. So thank you very much for those, Arlene. I've got a couple of little bits of haul. One I'm not 100% sure whether I showed you or not, but I'm going to show you just in case. And this came from Jeff P. Smith on eBay, Trudy Ann Designs, and it's this one, The Lord's Prayer by Leela Studio. Let me take it out of the glary plastic. There we go. Now, you will know if you watch Brenda and Laura that Brenda has just finished this one. And I just loved her finish of it. Now, I won't be putting the Lord's Prayer in the middle. I shall find something else to go in the middle. But I just loved the border. And I think I would want to stitch it on. I don't know why, I've got a hankering of stitching it on sort of like a pinky fabric as well. Again, totally not normally my thing, but I really liked it. And it's a really nice chart as well, nice big clear chart. And then the last thing I've got to show you is the February fabric from Fox and Rabbit. Now, I posted this one out on Saturday morning, so if you don't want to see what colour it is and you're in the club, then it's time to say cheerio. But if you do want to see what it is this one. It is a really beautiful, now it's going to blow out, pale green. Let me see if I put it next to something that is green. That's a bit better. That you can see that it is a really, really lovely pale green. February 2025, promise of spring. Really nice. Now actually, it would probably look quite nice on there. But I think I'm hankering after a pink. There we go. Right, that is it from me. I'm going to try and edit this into something that doesn't have me sneezing, coughing and blowing my nose. I'm off to enjoy Nessa's birthday tomorrow and I will see you next week. Now next week might be a bit of a different kettle of fish because I shall be at my mum's because I'll have done the first day at the retreat in Gloucester with the sampler girls. So yeah, I'm sure I'll have lots to share with you, but it will be in a different place. Stay classy, stitchers.